Ahoy and welcome. This is Admiral.
Wololo.
Today we're going to talk about a technology that I think has the strangest, most lopsided design of any tech in the game. I don't necessarily mean that it's the worst designed, nor do I mean that it's the worst technology. Indeed, in the right circumstances, it can be very useful. But rather, it has such a large effect size that it dwarfs most other technology effects by an order of magnitude, which can make its effect scaling feel out of place in a game where improvements of 10 to 30% can be very powerful. I've alluded to this before, and of course I'm referring to the herbal medicine technology, which increases the healing rate of buildings to a whopping 600% compared to baseline. This isn't broken per se, but the issue I see with it from a design perspective is that garrison healing is so weak before this tech as to almost always be useless. Occasionally you'll see wounded Eagle Scouts healed in a town center, but at the pitiful rate of 6 hit points every minute, and even that can present a high opportunity cost in terms of lost scouting. And you rarely have cause to garrison other units to heal until herbal medicine is researched. So the technology basically acts as an on-switch or a barrier to entry for a healing mechanic that exists, but is almost always too weak to be viable before the technology. In a similar way to how the now free effect of the obsolete Mahout's technology was a barrier to entry for even the situational viability of war elements. Now, I don't think we need to get rid of herbal medicine, but I like the idea of smoothing out some of the lopsidedness by increasing the base healing rate of buildings, either all at once or perhaps incrementally with each age, and reducing the effect of herbal medicine in proportion, but with the same or similar final effect size as now. As one example, town centers and towers could heal 6, 8, 10, and 12 hit points per minute in each age, with castles having double that rate, and the effect of herbal medicine could be reduced to a still large, but less ridiculous 3 times multiplier for the same final effect. This would make it less brutal for civilizations that don't get this massive 6 times healing tech, like Huns and Turks. And for civs that do get it, it would still be worth getting if you're going to do a lot of healing. But it would make healing before that become ever so slightly more tempting. And I've long liked the idea of herbal medicine giving a mild healing boost to monks, say 20%. Which would help it become more broadly useful even if its effect on buildings is reduced. Now, certainly there are more pressing issues in terms of game balance, pathing and bug fixes, graphics, and other new content, so reworking herbal medicine isn't at all a hill I'm willing to die on. Nor can I, with this Byzantine allied Farader's warrior priest healing me for an incredible 480 hit points per minute. At the end of the day, healing units by garrisoning in buildings will always be situational, and that's okay. But the tech does stick out like a sore thumb as having a massive effect size even since AOC, and has been increased even more since then. This looks to me like trying to solve the complex problem of garrison healing's opportunity cost with a one-dimensional solution of just cranking up the effect size until it works. There are other options like the staggered healing rate I've mentioned, or to take inspiration from recently added features, I'd consider something like a seek healing command for military units wounded below a certain percentage of their total health, perhaps even set by a sliding bar you control. Although that does open up the controversial auto-everything can of medicinal medieval leeches.
Auto micro, auto macro, auto build, auto micro, auto macro, auto everything.
Mandatum. Liking. Mandatum. Subscribing.
But whether or not you think anything should change, you might agree that very lopsided technology effect sizes indicate something peculiar that may be worth a second look. Another, more impactful instance of this idea is that the Yasama technology, which increases a nearly fully upgraded keep's damage to 300%, generally isn't considered broken, implying if it wasn't already obvious that fully upgraded generic keeps are rather too weak. But that may be a discussion for another time. Do you like the idea of smoothing this technology out a little, or is it fine as it is? You can let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching. That's all for today, till next time.